In the last couple of weeks, I have welcomed a whole raft of new subscribers. My channel went from 186 subscribers to 211 subscribers. Now, if I was any sort of proper YouTuber, I wouldn't know my numbers that accurately because they'd be in the millions. However, when you're dealing in hundreds, you can keep track. So I did a couple of things to try and get a bit more traffic, and it seemed to pay off. And I just want to sort of make the most of that and do a reintroduction to the channel, because as a lot of you have started watching these videos without really knowing a huge amount about me, who I am, or what I do, or why I do what I do. So if you are new here, willkommen, Croeso, you are very, very welcome. I just greeted you in German and Welsh there, just in case you're interested. And I will do stuff like that. I will randomly switch languages. I will say random stuff. My brain is quite unique in that sense. And yeah, I am basically a bit of an oddball, but I'm hoping that that is part of my charm, maybe. I mean, I'm not going to change. So if you're here and you quite like the vibe, then please do stick around. So I have always loved films for as long as I can remember. As a kid, we watched films quite a lot at home. My first ever cinematic experience was going to see an advanced preview, because that's how I rolled as a kid. An advanced preview of The Goonies was the first film I ever saw in the cinema, so started strong. And I always went a lot as a kid. We watched lots of films at home. My dad let my sister and I watch films that were not age appropriate. And by that I mean he let us watch The Blues Brothers and The Commitments when we were both far too young for either, based on the fact that we really loved the music that featured in both, and were just asked to ignore the wall-to-wall bad language. And those two films remain really special to me to this day, as well as a whole host of other stuff. My dad loved Mel Brooks comedies, so myself and my sister will quote Young Frankenstein and Blazing Saddles to each other even now. So I've always loved films, and I did a degree in film, TV and radio studies at Staffordshire. I started in 2000, many moons ago, and finished in 2003. I mean, strictly speaking, I don't really use my degree, but here we are. It's very expensive, but I did have fun. And all the way through my first year of uni, I went to the cinema all the time with my one of my mates in halls, who was also on my course, my friend Kim. She loved the films too. The films, she loved the cinema too. And then in my second year of uni, I was smart enough to get a job at the local Odeon cinema. That was Festival Park in Stoke-on-Trent, Old Fuzzy Park. And the benefit of that was I could see the films for free, and when I was at the cinema generally for work, I was being paid. Way! And that meant that when I relocated to where I live now, which is a town called Kettering in Northamptonshire, when I came here in 2004 because of my then boyfriend's job, I was able to transfer cinemas. So I moved from the Odeon in Stoke to the Odeon in Kettering, and I worked there for a few years. I have also done some film stuff on the radio. So again, this is back like 2004, 5-ish, through a series of fortunate events and random coincidences. I came to the attention of the person who was then producing James King at Radio 1 doing film stuff. It was a lovely man called Andy Taylor. And Andy and James took a bit of a shine to me, and they thought I had something unique, I guess. Female, knows about films, Geordie accent, that sort of thing. And they let me do stuff. So I got to interview some really cool people. I got to go to some film festivals, and I always hoped that that would become my proper job. And it never did. And that's why in 2019 I decided to go to the cinema and talk about films. And then shortly after that, after I started the channel, I did a random video in my car because I was picking my kids up from school. I had sort of 10 minutes spare. I needed to review a film, and I just did it in the car. And then James King, off of the radio, said that, like, that's a USP, keep that. So that's why I review films in my car. Now, the eagle-eyed among you will have noticed this is a new car. I mean, it's not a new car. It's a 15-year-old car, but it's new to me. I'm very excited. So my old C1, nicknamed the Citroën Deathtrap, was condemned a couple of weeks ago. So I bought this car, which is a Vauxhall Corsa, 59 plate. Yes, please. I bought this last week. So I haven't actually reviewed a film in this car yet. So, in summary, I am an almost 43-year-old woman. I have 2 children. I am single. I love films. I have a Cocker Spaniel. And if you're new here, then as I say, welcome. That's the vibe. The videos are not rehearsed, they're not edited, as you can probably tell. I am going to make more of an effort with my thumbnails because apparently that's something I should be doing anyway. But if you enjoy your films reviewed without spoilers, with passion and enthusiasm, with a good solid base of knowledge, but I will make mistakes, and if you just like random segues and tangents, somebody laughing at their own stupidity from time to time, and you want your films reviewed by not a professional film critic but somebody who knows their stuff and is very passionate about it, then you are in the right place. And if you think other people you know will enjoy this, then please send it their way. So thank you, all of you new subscribers. You are very welcome to Katie in a Car. I will be back very soon with a film review. Okay, thanks for watching. Katie out.